Saving money can make a big difference when it comes to your personal finances. It can reduce money worries, help you build a bigger cushion, and you're more likely to reach other goals. But as much as we talk about saving money, there are times when you might be better off spending. Number one, when you're trying to get physically fit. There's no denying the value of regular physical activity and its impact on our overall health. It can boost energy, improve strength, and help with weight management as well as mental health. And there are so many ways to be active. And one good thing about exercise is that to do it, you don't really have to spend a lot of money or any money for that matter. And for that reason, whenever there's talk about saving money, us in the personal finance community, sometimes we will suggest rethinking and possibly canceling a gym membership. The average cost of a membership is $30 to $40 a month, or about $360 a year on the low end. Some people have been able to save by ditching the membership and doing other things like online workouts, walking, biking, or maybe buying inexpensive equipment that they can use for years. But while that is a great way to save money, it might not be the best tip for you depending on how you're wired. Because I was recently speaking with someone who felt that in order for them to be consistent with their workouts, they needed a membership. Because when they're paying money every single month, they make it a point to go work out and get their money's worth. And without a membership, they don't exercise as much, which I can completely understand because some people do better when they have something or someone to be accountable to. And sometimes that accountability comes with a price. You might also be better off spending when it comes to insurance. Some insurance you can avoid. If you buy a house, your lender will likely require homeowners, and depending on where you live, if you own a car, your state will likely require some type of minimum car insurance. But other types are optional, such as health insurance, renters, and life. And if you're trying to save money, you might decide to skip these policies so that you can keep hundreds or even thousands in your pocket each year. However, before you make the decision to skip coverage, make sure that you sit down and you consider the entire financial picture. And I get it, insurance is something that we buy, yet we often never use, so it can feel like a waste of money. But regardless of how we feel, insurance can be a major safety net, protecting you from financial ruin in some cases. Because if you don't have coverage and something serious happens, you'd have to pay for everything out of pocket, which could end up being far worse. And I'm not saying go out and buy every type of insurance imaginable to protect against everything that could possibly go wrong. But what I am saying is to take a close and honest look at your circumstances, consider your needs, and then buy coverage that you can comfortably afford. You might also be better off spending money when it can save you time. The older I get, the more I value time, which includes getting the most out of it and spending it wisely. There's always something going on, and when you're constantly ripping and running because there's so much on your daily to-do list, there's often little time to do the things you actually enjoy. So one thing that I started doing in recent years, and something that I also encourage others to do in moderation, is not to feel guilty about spending money on things that save time. So if you're going to splurge and treat yourself, think outside the box and consider things that can make your life easier, even if it involves spending a little money. A few things that we've started doing include meal delivery, Walmart delivery, and outsourcing other tasks. And even though there is a price associated with it, it has made life a little less hectic, and it has been completely worth it. So maybe you've been on the fence about getting housekeeping services once or twice a month because you want help. If you can afford it, I say go for it and give it a try. You might also be better off spending money when it comes to quality. And I completely understand that some people cannot afford to spend a lot on certain items, so buying quality is not always an option, especially if you have an immediate need and you're low on cash. But if you have to choose between a cheaper version and a quality version of something, if you can't afford to spend a little more, even if it means saving up a little longer, choosing quality 9 times out of 10 will save you money in the long run. And I'm speaking from experience because there have been many times when I bought an item simply because it was cheaper, and on a number of occasions I had to replace it soon after. But when I stopped focusing only on the price and considered the quality and durability of an item, the products lasted much longer. So even though I paid a little more upfront, overall I was saving money. You might also be better off spending when something brings you joy. Being on the savings journey isn't about depriving yourself. Some people don't understand that, and as a result, there's a tendency for them to feel guilty whenever they indulge or spend money on themselves. Now, that doesn't mean that you should indulge every day, because that is a quick way to throw off your budget and not hit any of your savings goals. But life isn't, or at least it shouldn't be, just about working and paying bills. I personally don't subscribe to that, and I think that it is healthy to include fun in your budget. Enjoyment comes from being balanced, which includes paying your bills, saving some of your money, and also enjoying some of it. And one recommendation is to spend no more than 5% to 10% of your take home pay on fun. Because when you're so laser focused on saving money to the point of not allowing yourself to do anything else, you might associate personal finance with something negative, which can result in having a negative relationship with money throughout your entire life. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and also subscribe if you like personal finance and you want to see more videos like this. I typically post every weekend, so thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in a few days.